Whew, child. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to get in here. Cause I got some debunk on to do. I got some debunk on to do. Can y'all please hit the like button as you're joining this live? Share this live and hit the like button, please. Can y'all share this live and hit the like button, please? If it's 3 people in here, I should have 3 likes. Period. My likes should match my views. Period. If it's 4 people in here, I should have 4 likes. So why y'all ain't hitting the like button? If you're not going to hit the like button, you should not be watching me. Oh, because I know who that is. That's the people that don't like me that's watching. 6 people in here, I should have 6. Like, see, 1 person left. Good. That's very good. Oh, they came back. God damn it. Can y'all hit the fucking like button, please? Shit. I don't ask y'all to do that. Never. Hey, Johnny B, what's going on? Can y'all hit the like button, please? I'm finna start acting like these other YouTubers that be making y'all pay to hit their like buttons and shit. Nah, I wasn't supposed to be cussing and stuff because this is baby talk. We having baby talk right now. Baby talk. Then we going to get into the Spinabenz thing. But while I'm waiting for y'all to get in here, we going to play some Spinabenz. Just so y'all know who I'm talking about and stuff and stuff. Because sometimes you just got to know stuff. And we going to talk about my baby. Why people think I'm just fat. No, baby. Stop playing with me. I'm not you, okay? I'm just saying. I'm not you. At the fuck all. I'm not you at the fuck all, baby. Okay? As you join this live, can you please hit the like button, please? And can y'all at least come in and say hey? At least come say hey. The fuck? Oh, y'all, this baby making me tired, y'all. This baby got me tired. This baby got me tired. Hey, Susan. Y'all, this baby got me tired, y'all. The baby got me tired, y'all. I'm sorry. The baby got me tired. Oh, shit. It's playing in the living room. I'm tripping. It's playing in the living room, y'all. It's playing in the living room. Uh-oh. Oh, Susan, girl. Susan, girl. As you join this live, can you share this live and hit the like button? Can somebody get a hold of Unitonica and let her know that I'm live, please? If she's not here already. Oh, y'all, this baby got me so tired. Lord Jesus. Hey, Freebird. Freebird, we talking baby talk and stuff. Let's get it. It's drill time, bitch. Black. need. I'm anemic, bitch. But no, I seen the shit. After world, the whole world dying. Oh, they ain't fucking with you, Bam. Yeah, I know. Cool, it's fine. Before the said he died. Told y'all Ryan K was dead before his body had got found. I bet them bitches hear me now. The real from the, but on the real bitch you fake. Nah, I'm great. Hit all in her face, it was a fucking closed case. I swear that's for the J's. And now he ain't got shit to say. Moving with this case. Oh, there ain't nothing, homie. Fun, homie. She says, look, it's if my be closed in the north. It's slow, it's a drought. We take their souls, then we out. I'm anemic, bitch. But no, I seen the shit. Say I'm a demon shit. Get what, y'all? Next to the, I want that whole lovely dead. I put that on my Christmas list. I went hard head and we blitzing. But nigga, I'm still legit. It's like I'm holiday. Whoa, whoa, go, 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 go. Holes in his eye, if my rose in his house and be closed in the north. Slow, it's a drought. We take their souls, then we out. I need bodies, I be fiending, bitch. I'm anemic, bitch. But no, I seen the shit. Say I'm a demon jit. Period. Fuck out of here. Okay, baby. Oh, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I definitely said it. Yeah, y'all heard what I said. I said it. Yeah, I said it. Oh, wait, somebody mad about what I just said? I want that whole, I put that on my Christmas list? Oh, yeah, I said it. Who gonna check me? I said it. I said it. I said it, though. I said it, though. You feel me? Oh, yeah, I said it. Okay, so let's have baby talk. So, hi, sissy. I want that whole, I put that on my Christmas list. I want that whole, Dad, I put that on my Christmas list. You feel me? I want these hoes dead on Mother's Day. But he say Father's Day, okay? So, as a matter of fact, that song, we'll do baby talk after I do the court thing, okay? We'll do baby talk after that. Because I want to show y'all my little baby bump. And I want to talk to y'all about me actually being pregnant and the reason why I look so big. And I will be posting pictures of my sonogram since people want to lie. Once they brought it up, they come out here and people say that they don't watch you, they don't fuck with you, and all this and that, right? It's a bitch on here right now, y'all. It's somebody on here right now, and I know she's watching. I know she's listening. Hey, lovely. Hey, girl. Because I know you watching. Because you was watching my live earlier. Lovely. And you took a screenshot. Lovely. And you posted it. Lovely. And you added me at it. Lovely. Okay? And you said, is this motherfucker prego for real? Well, yes, bitch, I am. Yes, I am, ma'am. Since you want to be all in my business, and my fingers ain't crossed, ho. Since you want to be all in my business, but you don't watch me, you don't fuck with me, you want me to go my own way, you gonna go your own way, but every day you can't do nothing but talk about Bam. Because without me, you ain't shit, bitch. Now, and no, I'm not angry. I'm not upset. Like, y'all know I just talk like that. When I say bitch and, I just talk like that. So, I'm not really, being aggressive when I say bitch. And, that's just how I talk. So, don't get offended by the whole bitch and stuff like that. Some people get in their little fifis and, because I can't be all stressed out and stuff because my baby. My baby be keeping me up, y'all. And then I be wanting to sleep. And y'all don't understand. But the reason... I'm not in no trouble, sugar daddy. I'm not in no motherfucking trouble. I'm talking about me and my twins that I'm pregnant with, okay? And I will be posting my sonogram so y'all can see. Monday, I have my doctor's appointment. That's when I will be getting my sonogram on Monday morning. So, lady, you're the one who put it out here. You're the one who exposed me for being pregnant. I didn't want nobody on YouTube to know my business about me being pregnant, okay? I didn't want nobody to know. You came out here and exposed that shit. Not me. Once again, you came out here and exposed some shit, and then you get mad when it's either true or it don't go with what the fuck you're saying it is. Okay? You can't do that. I need you to learn to grow up, ma'am. You need to grow up and get a life. Maybe you need to get off of YouTube for a little while. Maybe you need to find something better to do with your life. Maybe you need to stop worrying about me. Somebody who's not worried about you. See, a bothered bitch is always going to show people that she's bothered because she's steadily being bothered by an unbothered bitch. Did you catch that? You see how that goes, right? You see how that goes. It's 31 people in here. Y'all ain't talking in the chat. What y'all scared of? What's up, Carla? Can I be one of the baby godmamas? It's 2 babies, Carla. And, y'all know I was told that I could possibly not be able to have babies. So, for me to not only be pregnant with 1 baby, but for me to be pregnant with twins, like, that's like that's some shit. That's some shit for real. So, like, at the end of the day, lady, you came out here and exposed me. I'm dead ass serious, Carla. I'm not joking. I didn't want nobody on YouTube to know that. But she came out here after sitting and watching my live. Someone that she does not fuck with, okay? She sat there and watched my live just to take screenshots of me. Why you think my stomach's so big and I'm not that far along? Because it's fucking twins, bro. Yes, I'm dead ass serious. Dead ass serious. I will be posting my sonograms on Monday. Thank you, Carla. And it's crazy because my baby daddy, but see what really pissed me off is because now Sugar Pop's gonna fuck around and put me out and he ain't even gonna let me take the couch. So where the fuck I'ma sleep at? You coming out here exposing my business, knowing people be trying to call doctor's offices, trying to do all types of crazy shit. They gonna start calling CPS. Y'all already had social services come to my house one goddamn time. Somebody I beat on my daddy and shit. I didn't want nobody on YouTube to know about this because of the simple fact of the rude, nasty shit that people be doing, bruh. So while you over there talking about something, oh, I smell another scam brewing and this, and that. Bitch, the only scam is you, bitch. You see what I'm saying, Carla? Like, for real. You see what I'm saying? Like, bitches be doing the most because they lives really be fucked up because they around here walking around with natural body odors and shit and want to get mad at me because of my current situation. And then turn around and say, oh, we all know you done had that gut and this and that. You ain't pregnant and this and that. I want to have one of each, Carla. I want to have one of each. I really do. I want to have one of each. Really, I really want two girls though. I ain't gonna hold you. I really, I mean, if it's a boy, if I have two boys, I'm gonna be really upset. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna be pissed. But I really want two girls or a girl and a boy. So it is what it is. But for somebody to see that, y'all don't find that kind of strange. Like, you say you're not subscribed to me, you don't watch me, but you actually sat here and watched me just to take a screenshot of me. That's weird. You are a fucking weirdo. You watched my live just to take a screenshot of me, to post a picture and talk about me, and then put a picture of me and you side by side. Bitch, I'd rather be fat than look like that. Bars, bitch. As long as they're healthy, that's all that matters. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely that part. They definitely gonna be that. They definitely gonna be that. They definitely gonna be that. Believe that. Trust me. For somebody who's not even supposed to be able to have babies. Oh yeah, y'all heard me say that on that call, right? And how emotional and upset I was. And then for somebody who was allegedly my friend to put that out here all because she said that I called her gutless when I never called her gutless. What I did say was everybody don't have guts. That don't mean I was talking about her. I was saying, and like, you don't have the guts to stand up to somebody who's talking about you, or you don't have, it's like you don't have the balls, you don't have the guts. She said fresh nuts, fresh guts. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's not able. Don't be mad at me because I'm catching blessings while you over there catching fucking need incense and shit. That's has nothing to do with me. I'm just saying, like, baby. Nah, that's baby talk. So I will be in a minute. I will be showing y'all my baby bump and why my belly is so big. And I will be posting my sonogram on Monday when I go to the doctor. Yeah, Rocket, where you at? Why you over there jumping on that crazy lady's panel so she could talk about me and you ain't even defending me, sir? And you posting, Rocket, I found out not only do you have one baby over here, you have two, sir. So I need you to hurry up and finish building my house for me and the motherfucking twins. Now, for the people who think I'm playing, I want y'all to see my belly. It's because it's twins in there. It's twins. I'm going to stand up so y'all can see the belly. I'm pregnant with twins. And that's, look, I will pull this down. I'm pregnant with twins. So nobody can say it's a pillow or none of that stuff or none of that. I don't smoke cigarettes no more. It's twins. It's twins. Yes, Rocket with twins. So, yeah, it's the baby. So, while people want to come out here and expose my situation and then get mad when they find out it's true and just say, oh, you been had that gut and this and that. Girl, sit down. You just mad because I got blessed and you didn't. So, shut the fuck up. Uh, Came live Y'all know in the song Who I Smoke, if y'all heard Who I Smoke, he is the second person that raps in Who I Smoke. He does the second verse in Who I Smoke. Hi Amber, thank you. Um, and he is currently going to court right now for. Thank you, Rocket. He is currently in court right now for a gun charge, tampering with ankle monitor, and state introducing gang connection. Okay. Amber, I already got the names. I already got the names. Okay, so we gotta go back real quick, y'all. And this is actually a very, very, very long court procedure, y'all. Um, but it's very interesting, and it has a lot. Okay, so for if it's a girl, I'm gonna name her Amaya Shantae. If it's a boy, I'm gonna name him Keontae. Keontae. I haven't found out a middle name yet for Keontae. So I'll probably if it's a boy, I'll probably either one of them is a boy. I know the first name will be Keontae. Um, but my daughter's name will be Amaya Shantae. Whatever, Rocket. I told you she was gonna fold. Hey, QST, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Amber, she's named Vibrant Shirley. Thank you. Um, I haven't found another girl name yet, but I know that if you folded, but I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you ride. I'm gonna let you ride. Oh yes, she did. Oh, she definitely did, Rocket. I don't want to hear it, Rocket. We'll talk about this later, as we talk about Rocket. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to, Rocket. Like I'm gonna need money. Can y'all hit my cash out for the babies? I'm just saying. Not even for the babies. Just hit my cash out, cause just hit my cash out, just cause. Not even for the babies. Just hit it, just cause. Just cause. I'm doing good shit. Hey Teresa, I'm serious. Girl, I'm not finna keep telling y'all motherfuckers I'm serious. I'm just not. Not finna keep telling y'all I'm serious. I'm not gonna keep telling y'all I'm serious. Fuck all that. Yes, I'm serious. Hi, Too Blessed. How you doing? Thank you for coming through, Too Blessed. I'm not. Yeah, I'm. That's. I'm. I'll be uploading my sonogram Monday when I go to my doctor's appointment. Hey, Mama Cynthia. No, on Monday. On Monday, Carla. On Monday. Hold on, y'all. I gotta fast forward this a little bit. Okay, here it is. Here it goes. Here it goes. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I muted it. Hold on. Shit, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. They're just not talking yet. Yeah, on Monday, Carla. So since people want to call me a scammer, y'all just hit the cash out just cause. Can somebody drop my cash out? Just to piss people off? Just hit my cash out just to make a motherfucker mad. That's all I'm saying. Hit my cash out just to make a motherfucker mad. Somebody that's hating on me, just hit the cash out just to make them mad. That's all I'm saying. How about y'all do that for me? Hit the cash out just to make a bitch mad. Y'all know how we do over here. Extra petty. Extra petty. Extra petty. I don't want this to play on that TV in there. Let me put my cash app in the chat. There y'all go. And let me pin this bitch. Pin it to the top. Now y'all hit a bitch cash out just to make a bitch mad. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Just to hit my cash out just to make a bitch mad. Period. That's all I'm saying. Are they still not talking yet? Jeez. Hold on, y'all. They not talking yet. They trying to get all this stuff together. Okay, hold on. They almost ready. We just waiting on them. Show do call you. Show know what to say. Oh, they ain't even got him in the courtroom yet. Hold on, y'all. My bad. They ain't even got him. He ain't even came in the courtroom yet. Is this? Are they bringing him in now? They're bringing him in now. I think. Yeah, here they go.
Right, and our hearing today was for all pending motions for benefit of counsel. What I saw as the pending motions were defendant's motion to bifurcate the gang enhancement, defense first motion in limine, defense second motion in limine, defense third motion in limine, and defense.
Why is my phone doing this? Oh God, I think my phone's getting hot or something. Let me see something. Oh, that bitch is hot too. Let me see something, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Hey, sunshine. Oh, y'all can hear me. Okay, good. Cause it kept saying it was starting over or something. I think it stopped because I had to cool my phone off. Okay, so here we go. Let me break this down to y'all. This is what happened. Okay, so like I was saying, y'all know I do my Jacksonville Gang Wars, ATK, KTA, and all of that stuff, right? Well, this dude is a part of ATK. Well, he's actually 1200 block, which they branch off of ATK, whatever the case may be. So this is Spinabenz. He sings in the second. He's the one. If y'all didn't listen to the song that I played, it was his song that I played in the beginning when I started this live. I want that whole. I put that on my Christmas list. But he really say I want that nigga Charles dead. I put that on my Christmas list. I said I want that whole such and such dead. I put that on my Christmas list. So hey, keeping it a buck. So anyways, he is in court right now. They're trying to tie him to a murder charge, but they're trying to hold him now on a gun possession. The gun was not in his possession, but it did have 12% of his DNA on it. That means that he could possibly just have handed his girlfriend the gun, whose name the gun is registered in. The gun was found in the glove department, was not found on him, or, whatever the case may be. So we're going to start listening, and I'll pause it every now and then, and I'll, give my little input on it. Thank y'all for being here. I don't want y'all to get bored with this, so I will try to keep it as, cool, calm, and collective as possible, entertaining, but this is something that I'm really passionate about because this is happening in my city. I in real life know these people. I've watched these boys grow up. I'm older than them, so I've actually watched these boys grow up. I want to see these boys be able to get their music out here. I would like for them to change. I'm not going to say change because I would like for them to do different types of music. I would rather them use their talent for the proper reasons instead of talking about dead people. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, when you do certain shit, this is what happens. This is the outcome. So if there's any young people out here that's listening that is trying to be in gangs and walk around with guns and do this and sell drugs and do this and do that, this is what's going to end up happening to you. So open your eyes and pay attention. Exactly, Christ. It's not. So let's go.
Bond as well. I have reviewed everything through the defense fourth motion in limine. Anything we need to add?
None other than the motion to remove bond.
Okay.
No, the only thing I guess maybe we have to talk about it while I'm still here.
Can y'all hear this okay?
Prosecutors just notified me she's got a motion for continuance.
Okay.
And I don't know if you want to talk about that today while I'm here, because the one issue we've got is you got an expert witness from Ohio who's made her travel reservations, plane, hotel. She's got an outstanding invoice with us, so that's the only thing financially. We've got to try to figure out if I can work with, and I'm willing to work with the prosecutor, but that's an issue for us.
Your Honor, I do have a written motion. I was going to address that at the end, but if Your Honor would propose to address that now, we can.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's start with that. Maybe we'll put it aside and go to the other things and come back to it. We'll see. All right, Mr. Eckhart, have you received a copy of the state's motion for continuance?
Yeah, I just got it, Your Honor.
Here, I'll show y'all who he is, because I will show y'all a part on here where y'all see him right there? That's Spinabenz, the inmate. I'm gonna show y'all where they start playing his music, y'all. This man starts fucking bobbing his head up and down, starts rapping his music and shit. And Gears, if you're watching, don't say nothing about this big ass TV that I still got in here because the bitch is too big for me to move. If you got something to say about my big ass TV, come move the motherfucker yourself. Okay? Okay. Okay, hold on. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Hey, shit, my drug test came back negative. My drug dealer got some explaining to do. The fuck? Y'all, this is not what I'm playing. It's the actual video that's fucking up itself. It's not my stuff. It's the actual video itself. And he's young. Y'all, these boys are young. I guess they're waiting for the other lady from the state to come. But I'm going to say this. Spinabenz lawyer.
All right, so
Mama Cynthia.
Excuse me, state has suggested October 3rd or October 24th. October 3rd, just looking at my trial list here, is most likely Mr. Williams's case would be reached just on ordinary priorities, and if I were to continue it, I could certainly move the priorities up to my but I'm pretty sure he'd be reached the week of the 3rd. The week of the 24th, I do have a murder case that is older than Mr. Williams' case that I think probably will go to trial.
Okay, hold on. Let me pause it real quick.
I'm just putting that out there for counsel's benefit.
He did just say that he has a murder case. Hey, be easy. He does have a murder case that will be going to trial. So they keep trying. Hold on a minute, y'all. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I gotta see something. Here, y'all just listen to this while I do what I'm over here doing.
Let me hear from the defense on the motion to continue.
Yeah, Your Honor, I just want to preface this with, as far as continuances and working with opposing counsel, whether I'm on prosecution side, defense side, never had a problem with it, never will have a problem with it. The only thing that's a problem with this case is we went ahead and retained an expert in Ohio She's already invoiced us. I don't know if there's an opportunity for us to recapture these fees, or she'll move these fees forward. Her fees are $4,579.94. She's booked her airfare, and she's booked her hotel. So that's something I've had an opportunity to talk to her about. My co-counsel, David Bigney, I know that him and I have, coordinated for the trial to be on the 19th, and it's been the 19th for a while now. The case has been filed, I think, back in June of last year. So that's the issue I have, is the financial hit that we'd have to take. And so but again, I haven't had an opportunity to talk to her about that. If that's something that she's willing to work with us on, and as far as the flight and the hotels, then it might not be a problem going the 3rd, but I've got to.
Oh my God.
Okay. What is the subject matter of her expertise?
She is the DNA expert, and that's, and I'm sure the prosecution can add to this, but this case really comes down to trace DNA.
Right.
12% of his DNA was on a handgun.
I mean, obviously, I can't speak to her billings. The hotel most likely could be canceled. Airfare, probably going to be some kind of penalty there.
Again, I'm obviously willing to work with the prosecution on this. It's just something that I haven't.
Your expert's availability for that.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of this shit.
Contact her as soon as the hearing's over. I can get on the phone with her. Drove up from Orlando, and so I envisioned that the last time would be getting a jury in the morning.
Am I back, y'all?
Openings
Am I back?
In the afternoon, and then going from there. So it probably.
I can work around that. I mean, it's. We can also open on
Tuesday. Okay, my bad.
Okay.
I can pick a jury in the afternoon.
All right.
We can open on Tuesday.
I just was trying to get her so that she's.
Here, what we really want to do is we want to get to.
Monday night.
We really want to pretty much get to the state and the defense, like. Am I back, y'all? I don't know why my phone is doing this shit. This shit's about to piss me off, though, for real, for real. And I'm about to end this live because this shit's making me mad. Turn what fan on? I got the fan on. This shit's pissing me off. It keeps saying redirecting and shit. I think somebody might be trying to flag me. It might be because of what I said in the beginning of this live. I said I want that hoe dead. I put that on my Christmas list. So she might be trying to flag me for that. Hey, best bitch.
Well, I would certainly, to the extent your co-counsel would want the court to, I can certainly accommodate his religious holiday as well.
Let me put the phone in front of the fan real quick.
All right, I'm going to grant the motion to continue. I'm going to reset the case for trial on jury selection on October 3rd, on a pre-trial.
I didn't threaten nobody, Carla. That's not a threat.
September 28th.
I was singing a part of a song. That's all I was doing. That ain't a threat.
Judge, I just point out I may not have an expert witness for the DNA. In this case, it's really a DNA.
Okay, now they're talking about the DNA. That's what we're talking about.
If that turns out to be a problem, Mr. Eckert, bring it to my attention, and we will do everything we possibly can.
Yeah, it's a song, Carla.
Including if we need to continue the case again, we will. I'm certainly sensitive to the fact that there's bond issues we're dealing with as well. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get it on the 3rd. I'm hoping that your expert doesn't have a conflict.
Hey, best bitch.
Final pre-trial is the 28th, Your Honor?
Yep, September 28th.
Y'all look how he's just looking. Y'all look how he's just looking in the courtroom. He's just like, I wish this shit was hurry up and get over with. And that's the defense over there. And that's his lawyer. And he's just sitting there like. So we finna get. Actually, I just really want to hear what the lady said. The state. I just want y'all to hear what the state said, really. Fuck what his lawyer's talking about, because his lawyer ain't shit. You can tell his lawyer ain't shit. His lawyer ain't really trying to do shit for him, because his lawyer can't really do. Is that the case where they... Yeah, Carla, that's what I'm finna play right now. That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, here she goes. Here she goes. They're calling. Okay, now this is where it gets good right here, y'all. That's the policeman right there. He's getting sworn in. That's the defense lady. That's him over there. Now y'all wait till they start playing his music, girl. Y'all wait till I show y'all. Oh, I'm glad all y'all haters is leaving.
Good afternoon.
Can you please introduce yourself to the court and spell your last name for the court reporter?
Detective Daigle.
What you mean you can't see, MC?
Detective Daigle, where are you currently employed?
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been with the Jacksonville?
How can't y'all? What you mean y'all can't see it?
Years now.
And
Y'all
what
can't
unit
see?
are you currently assigned?
Currently, I'm in the gang unit.
And how long have you been in the gang unit?
Since January 2020.
Oh, my
so
bad.
Coming up on 3 years.
Prior to your time in the gang unit, were you assigned to any other investigative units?
Yes.
What unit was that?
I was assigned to narcotics.
While in narcotics, is there a specific side of town that you were assigned to?
Yes, the east side.
And how long in total have you been in investigations?
For over 3 years now.
Can you explain to the court what your duties as a gang detective are?
Yes, we implement strategies to combat gang crime in the city. We also are assigned certain gangs and groups in the city, and we follow them every day on a daily basis via certain ways of reports or social media, whatnot.
Now,
We
wait, pause.
document gang members and
Wait.
associates. We also purge them. So
He said we document gang members, we follow them, and we purge them. We purge them. That's what this man just said. That's a detective. That's a police officer, detective. Said we purge them. Now, Spinabenz is from 1200 block, which is the east side of Jacksonville. I stay on the west side. That's like basically where ATK is from. KTA is like the north and the south side. ATK is like 1200 block, which is the east side and the west side. So they're not really gangs. See, they're trying to make it seem like they're gangs, but they're not really gangs. They're just a bunch of young niggas in the neighborhood that like click up and call themselves a gang. Like Jacksonville don't really have gangs. We don't have gangs here. We have neighborhoods that like straight up, ride for each other. These boys ride for each other. They clicked up. They are like fake gangs, like offset gangs or some shit like that. Like, I don't know, like, just listen, shit.
purge them from the system. And then we have a thing that's called a customs notification, and we do those as well.
Have you participated in any training courses as it relates to your duties as a gang unit detective?
Yes, I have. I've attended conferences with the Florida Gang Investigators Association.
Oh, wow.
I've completed their basic and intermediate specialist courses. I've also attended a couple high.
Let me say this real quick. She asked him this. For what reason, I don't know. Because everything he's saying that he's done is what you're supposed to do as a police officer or a gang detective. Oh, Carla, just wait till you hear the music and wait till she breaks his music down. Yes, Mama Cynthia, like wannabe gangs, like off-brand gangs, like, okay, say I'ma just use people to me and Mama Cynthia. We're gonna be called the Get 'em Girl gang or some shit, right? Carla and MC are the Back at It girls. Carla and MC are from the west or from the south side, and Mama Cynthia, me and you are from the west side. So now when me and you see Carla and MC anywhere, we gotta straight up just start shooting at each other and acting all crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so we can fucking, I don't know, whatever. Just, I guess, to turn around and we're going to go in the studio and make a rap and say, oh, yeah, MC got shot in her leg and I know who did it. Or I'm the one who did it. Back at 'em gang, right, Carla? Look, MC's my south side. Y'all childish. But see, Mama Cynthia, they young. See, I got some wisdom over here in my gang. You done, you know what I'm saying? You from the trenches, Mama Cynthia. I want you in my gang. You got some wisdom on you. See, we gonna be able to knock MC and Carla off, and we ain't gonna go in the studio and rap about it. We just gonna let their ass be gone and act like we don't even know what happened. Cause we're no longer a gang, cause we done killed somebody. Okay, well we could be gangster hood. I be gangster, and you could be hood. So, but she was asking him these questions for what reason, I don't know, because this is what you're supposed to do as a police officer, gang detective, or whatever. These are the classes and the courses that you're supposed to take. Okay? I'm just saying.
The classes in reference to gang investigations. And then I've also taken social media and cell phone technology classes.
Boom! Right there.
Also,
He has taken social media classes, meaning you're taking classes to watch these people on social media. Listen, young niggas, stop posting everything y'all do, you ignorant motherfuckers.
undergone additional training just as it relates to your duties as a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, so when I originally started out, I started in the academy, completed the basic law enforcement instruction, and after that I joined the FTO program, which is basically like the on-the-job training side of law enforcement.
Which is everything you're supposed to be doing.
I think I did a couple of patrol classes, and then in narcotics I took a couple of drug-related courses.
Okay, wait a minute.
As a member of the gang unit, do you...
Dumbass. If you're a narcotics officer, what type of classes would you take? To fucking drug classes. Duh.
You collaborate with other gang detectives?
Yes.
Do you obtain information from other investigative units and information share?
Yes.
Why is that?
So basically, I'm not on call 24/7, so if another gang detective responds to a scene that one of my gangs or groups that I'm assigned to look at or investigate is involved in it, then we'll come to the table the next day and we'll share the information between each other.
How many gang members would you say during your entire law enforcement career that you've come in contact with?
I'd say hundreds.
And as a member of the gang unit, are you assigned to certain gangs?
Yes.
How many gangs have you been assigned to?
Approximately 4 or 5.
Are you currently assigned to the criminal gang out east?
Yes.
How long?
For about 2 years, a little over 2 years.
Now, prior to your assignment over out east, were they already documented under Florida Statute 874?
Yes.
And do they have any what you would refer to as subsets?
They do.
What's the primary subset that you investigate?
1200.
What is the primary activity of the criminal organization subset 1200?
It's narcotic and gun-related offenses.
And is there a specific area of town that they occupy?
They occupy the east side of town.
Are you familiar with the members and associates of 1200?
I am.
Now, Detective, often when we think of gangs or hear people say gang, we think of an organized gang like the Bloods. Is that how 1200 operates?
No, they are a hybrid gang.
Can you explain to the court what a hybrid gang is?
So a hybrid gang is basically it's a group of individuals that occupy a side of town or a specific neighborhood that they rep. They don't have a set hierarchy per se like the Bloods do, but they do commit crimes together.
What about rules? Do they have a specific set of rules?
No.
During the course of your investigation, did you document and review documentation of members of 1200 under Florida Statute 874 criteria?
Yes.
Now, among that criteria for consideration, did hand signs, style of dress, and tattoos become a consistent feature for members?
Yes.
Let's first talk about hand signs. Are there any hand signs that are specific to 1200?
There are.
And what would those be?
It is this right here. Well, it's a 12.
Is there a hand sign that they also do in order to disrespect a rival gang?
Yes.
Can you demonstrate that to court as well?
If the deceased
Oh, yeah,
member
Carla.
of the rival gang, they'll, like one of them's 35, they'll do 3-5 like this, or do it down, or they'll hold it up while they're smoking weed, or do stuff like that.
Okay. Now, what about style of dress? Is there a style of dress that 1200 uses?
Yes, they usually partake in like chains and t-shirts that respect like fallen members and associates of the gang.
Have you become familiar with tattoos that are common to members of 1200?
Yes,
How?
by visually looking at them on their body.
What is the most common type of tattoo that you see?
Ones that show respect to fallen members.
Are you familiar with an individual named Noah Williams?
Yes.
How did you become familiar with Noah Williams?
Through my investigation in 1200.
Do you see him here in court today?
I do.
And can you just identify where he's seated?
He's seated next to his attorney at the table wearing a green shirt.
Okay.
It's not a green shirt, sir. Pause. Wait a minute. Pause. It's not a green shirt, sir. That is not a shirt. That is called an inmate uniform, sir. That is a uniform top, okay? Well, no, because actually I don't want to get a strike for this because this did come from First Coast News. So shout out to First Coast News. I am using your video, but I am doing it the right way. I am actually doing commentary. I'm not doing it every 15 seconds like I should be because I kind of want y'all to hear what all they're doing. But I be thinking y'all can see it like through my phone. When I lift the phone up, I can see it perfectly fine. So I thought y'all could see it. But y'all can't see. Yeah, Carla, I'm talking about the officer being a gang member. But y'all can't, they don't show the officer. You can't see the officer. I was trying to see if the officer was gonna, if I could see him throwing up the gang signs. But they're not showing him.
Is Noah Williams documented as a criminal gang member of Out East?
Yes.
When was he first documented?
He was originally documented in 2016, and then I redocumented him in 2021.
Why did you redocument him in 2021?
So, for Florida state statute, after 5 years, if you don't no longer meet the criteria, you're purged and removed from the system as a gang unit or gang member. Excuse me.
So once you're documented, you're not documented for life.
That's right.
So, now, I need y'all boys to listen. If they documented you and it's been 5 years, you will be purged out of the system. And they will have to re-document you as a gang member. Just food for thought, I'm just saying. Like, hey, Teresa. So in 2016, they had labeled, hey, Miss Coleman, they had labeled Spinabenz as a gang member of 1200 block. Now, here it is, 2022. They had to they had to put him back in the system as a gang member. So what they're trying to do right now is connect him to the gang. If y'all are following what they're saying, this lady, she's destated, so she has to, put all the charges against him to make this case stick. So the way she's asking this officer the questions. Hey, ma'am, I see you got pregnancy. Hey, oh, I said hey to you, my bad. Shit, players fuck up too. See, goddamn, just listen, shit.
Have you purged individuals
Y'all fucked me
from
up.
Out East?
Yes.
In 2021, what criteria did Noah Williams meet?
He associated with one or more known criminal gang members. You see him flashing the hand sign that's used by the criminal gang, and he adopts a style of dress and tattoos that are identified by the criminal gang. And I've spoken to many sources that have identified him as a member of 1200.
Is that more criteria than he met in 2016?
Yes.
Are you also familiar with him being a rapper?
Yes.
And what type of rap does he do?
Drill rap.
And you've already explained to this court in a different hearing what drill rap is, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Detective, what date was this defendant stopped in a traffic stop?
March 4th, 2021.
On that date, was there an event occurring?
Yes, there's a.
Now y'all listen to this.
Viewing that night for Darian Solf.
There was a
Who was
viewing.
Darian Solf?
He's a documented member of 1200.
Was he? You mentioned it was a viewing. How did he die?
He was murdered in Orlando.
Was he with anyone when he was murdered?
Yes, he was with his girlfriend and an individual named Brandon Bevel, who was an associate at 1200.
And was that on February 20th of 2021?
Yes.
Did he go by any nicknames?
Nietzsche.
Did you know through your investigation?
Now, if y'all remember, Spinabenz in Drill Time, the song that I played, he said, what did he say? He was like, Rod K was dead. Wait, I told y'all Rod K was dead before his body hit the ground. Wait, I told y'all Michi was dead before his body had got. He said something about that. Right, Mama Cynthia. He said, because he said, I told y'all Michi was dead before his body had got found. I told y'all Rod K was dead before the news said he died or something like that. But y'all are finna hear what he said. But the dude that they're talking about right now is the dude Michi, which I showed y'all him when I did Jacksonville Gang Wars Part 1. Because Michi was a part of 1200. And this is what they're talking about now, is them being at Michi's funeral. At the viewing, not the funeral, at the viewing. And y'all listen to what happens at this man's viewing.
Him to have a relationship with the defendant.
Yes, he claimed to be the CEO of 18 Records, and 18 Records is one of the entertainment groups that 1200 uses.
Was there a heavy police presence at this viewing?
Yes, there was. The gang unit was there. I think there's one or two.
The FBI
was there, and then the CPR task force was there as well.
Why was there this heavy police presence?
Because there was a previous incident at a funeral for Malik Beals.
Who is Malik Beals?
He's a documented associate of 1200 who was murdered.
And does Malik Beals have any nicknames?
He goes by Leaky.
That's
What
Lil
date was he
Leaky.
murdered?
It was September 2nd of 2020.
When he was murdered, was he in the car with anyone?
Yes, he was with Noah Williams and Marquez Johnson.
So, Noah Williams, hold on.
He's another documented.
Noah Williams, y'all, that's Spinabenz, okay? They just said that the boy Leaky was in the car with Spinabenz when he got killed, okay? Hey, 45. So, y'all, I'm trying to keep y'all up with what's going on because they're going to say a lot of names. And, y'all, I say these people's names by their nicknames, not their real names. Because I don't like to, I'm not going to be speaking these boys' real names. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. Y'all ain't finna hear about me dead somewhere. They ain't finna smoke bound. Shit. So, now, they said there was a, hold on.
1200 gang member. He goes by Little Quiz.
Now, was there a funeral that followed the murder of Malik Beals?
There was.
On what date?
It was September 15th of 2020.
Now, you mentioned that there was the heavy police presence at Darian Salt's viewing because of something that happened at Malik Beals' funeral. What was that?
It was a shootout between rival gang members.
What rival gangs?
6 Block and 1200.
You mentioned 6 Block. Who's that?
It's a gang that occupies the north side of the town.
And has there been an ongoing dispute between 1200 and 6 Block?
Yes.
For how
about
long?
10 years.
10 years? Have you become familiar with 6 Block and its members?
I have.
Were any arrests made following that shootout at Malik Beals' funeral?
There was.
Who was arrested?
Alex and Alan Bass and Keon Newkirk.
Who are Alex and Alan Bass?
They're documented members of 6 Block.
And you mentioned Keon Newkirk. Who is that?
He's another documented member of 6 Block. He goes by the nickname Dolo.
Now, to your knowledge, was Noah Williams present during that incident?
No, ma'am.
Is this incident later referenced in a music video that this defendant is a rapper in?
Yes.
Who else is in that song?
Desan Williams, his nickname is Greenlight, and he's also a 1200 gang member.
Was he present at Malik Beals' funeral?
Yes.
What is the name of that song?
It's Dead N-Words.
Is there a music video that accompanies that song?
Yes.
And have you viewed that music video?
I have.
Are you familiar with its lyrics?
Yes.
Here we go.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Mm.
And I'm showing him State's Exhibit A, which I have already talked to the defense counsel about. So bear with me. Detective, have you seen this disc before?
Yes.
And how do you recognize this disc?
My signature's on it.
Okay, what is this disc?
Now,
contain?
hold on. I got to tell y'all this. MC, and then I'm going to stop. Okay? I'm going to stop. Now, y'all listen at what they say about YouTube. Y'all listen to what they say about YouTube. Okay? Listen to what they say about YouTube.
The music videos.
Are there 3 music videos
Yes.
that we'll be referencing today?
Yes.
And are they substantially in the same condition as they were on YouTube? No.
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, state the name.
All right. Any objection from defense?
I just don't know how you can authenticate something up. Yeah. Self-authenticating, second two.
Your Honor, he's not authenticating the music video, he's saying that these are the videos that were pulled.
But you can't, just sorry, you're gonna put it in front of a jury or.
Well, I mean, it's not in front of a jury. When I'm taking it into evidence, I'm taking it into evidence for purposes of this particular motion in limine. Dick Vagel, did you pull the videos from YouTube yourself?
They're downloaded from YouTube, yes, sir.
Did you ever watch them on YouTube?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is the videos you watched on YouTube what's on the disc?
Yes, sir.
All right. Taking it into evidence for the limited purpose of this hearing.
Your Honor, you have permission to publish throughout the testimony.
Yes.
Oh shit, she almost fell. I didn't notice that. All right, y'all, here we go. He finna start bobbing and shit, funny and shit.
No, ma'am.
Okay, can y'all see?
No,
Can
ma'am.
y'all see him?
Oh, there it goes.
What you mean, no?
Okay, detective, can you see that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Y'all can't
This is
see?
what we see at the very beginning of the video.
That's green light.
Hassan Williams.
Yes.
Just the
And
table.
what is he doing right now with his hands?
That's a.
What about now?
1200.
What does his shirt say?
It says Cuckoo.
No, he's sitting right next to the lawyer.
It's no name, that 1200.
Y'all don't see the boy moving in front of right there, looking at everywhere? Yeah. Y'all watching.
Detective, I paused it at 6 seconds. Who is that?
It's Noah Williams.
All right, and what does the side of his shirt say?
Cuckoo as well.
I can't, Carla.
Now I've paused it at 11 seconds. Is this again Noah Williams?
Yes.
What is that on his shirt?
It's 187 Boys, which used to be the entertainment group that they used before they used their ATM records.
And ATR is what is on his chain.
Yes.
I can't, y'all. It ain't my fault.
Who is that?
It's Case Baz.
And we're at 13 seconds for the record. What is he doing with his hands?
He's doing the 3-5. 35.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Sorry. I'm switching hands.
Yes, 35 is Antoine Williams. He also goes by PD. You'll hear him referencing as PD as well.
Okay, can y'all see
He was
it?
murdered. He was a 6-block associate that was murdered.
Okay.
Detective, I'm going to ask you about a couple lyrics that we just heard. The first is, we still on Evergreen because the ops don't.
Oh my God, y'all are killing me.
Evergreen Avenue is
What
on
about
the east side
now?
of town, and it's a road that they're known to occupy traps or drug houses on.
Who is they?
1200 block.
All right, and he mentioned ops. What is an op?
It's in terms opposition. It's a rival gang.
And slide. What does it mean? Don't slide.
Means they don't come shoot the block up.
All right, we also heard him say, they say Tiki 8 shots. What is that reference?
That's a reference to Tiki Williams, who is a murdered 6-block associate.
We also heard PD Ass took 35. They were all K shots.
Y'all don't see this motherfucker sitting in this goddamn chair right here?
35 or PD's homicide.
How y'all don't see that man sitting in that goddamn chair right there? With the dreads.
Detective paused at
Up in the
33
ponytail.
seconds. Who is that?
In the inmate outfit. How y'all don't see him?
Xavier Mitchell. He goes by Zay. He's another documented member of 1200.
And was he also present in another vehicle when Malik was murdered?
Yes, he was.
Face shot, they know after they on the block, we probably full of spray round. It's 3 choppers in this world, we spraying, now you fuck around. On them handguns, bitch, it's really going down. I'm a mother's son, bitch, they know we ain't playing around. They ain't even swinging back, we got too many fucking rounds. On that car, jump back, and we gon' shot the fucking driver, ain't no way they can go. We on every fucking side, ain't nobody got no hope. If you swing through my shit, and that's exactly how it go. Bitch, you ran down the hoop, bitch, I'm smoking 52. Lot of shots, spray the whip and hit the whole fucking crew. Niggas in my
Look at the lawyer like, what the fuck is this?
Detective, we just were paused at 107. We just heard green light say, Edward sent a 50 shots and only hit me in the leg. Is he referring to something that actually happened?
Yes, he's referring to when he was involved in a shooting and he got hit in the leg as a victim.
I said my 50 shots and I'ma hit you in the head. Murder one cold red, mission everybody dead. Green like the whole corner or whatever's been said. I ain't kill him if he died, he ain't get shot in the head. I know Dolo traumatized, he don't stop a light this red.
Paused at 119. We just heard green light again say, I know Dolo traumatized.
I'm taking my phone off the charger. Hold on. Okay, now I'm closer. Can y'all see better now? Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Players fuck up too, okay? Shit. Hold on. Fuck. Hold on. My bad. Okay.
Stop when we poppin' and let's everybody dead. We ain't never cop a police, niggas knowing how we play. Damn niggas don't talk, don't walk, they just land. Put a play in front of that nigga died cause he was playing. Cause the LA why I told the nigga bitch to drop the pen. Put an X in front of pen, they like all he do is spin. Ass dumb and cut the X to P cause all we do is win. You see me with light and leak, we probably for the bin.
Now we just heard Williams say, no, if you see me with light leak,
Go over this way or this way?
Yes.
Up.
Yes.
Can y'all see now?
What you did? The motherfucker with the Mac 10. On a twin with that Drake, we finna spin again. Call the last nigga, walk his hit his ass and hit his man. That's a nigga, he ain't shit. Bro, just show me what a band. I'm with Gucci, I'm with man. Spinning like a ceiling fan. Why my name in they mouth? Nigga must be a fan. Put that flame in.
Yeah, y'all seeing?
Call a swing for some cop, bitch, we banging it out.
Hey, D.
Drive by, jump by game, we get out. Back a little, it's a vibe. It's a shame they got out. Put that flame in his mouth. Trying to swing.
Alright, so paused at 208. We just heard green light say, Cracker lives, he survived, put that flame in his mouth. Is Cracker a person?
Is Cracker a person?
Because it's Lorena's fan. He's a documented member for 6 Block and he's referenced as.
Okay, am I good now, 4-5? Because you're the only one saying something.
Put that flame in his mouth. What is flame?
It's a gun or a gunshot. He's speaking of an incident where Lorena's fan was shot in the mouth.
Alright, detective. Are you also familiar with another song by this defendant called My Law?
Yes.
And is there a music video that accompanies that song?
There's not.
It's just audio?
Yes.
Okay. Detective.
This way you finna start going ham, y'all.
On the bottom of it, it says Ku-Like, who we already heard.
His name's D. Y'all call him D.
And that's common to both.
Call Damon D.
We see Noah Williams on there.
Yes.
And next to him, who is that?
It's Reginald Williams.
And detective, I'm gonna play just the first 35.
I paid $300 for my Glock. My Draco cost so bad. So honestly, I spent too fucking much to come so bad. I spent $300 on my truck. I should've cleared my towel with man. All these niggas talking crazy, so my dog will understand. I paid $150 for the 10. That Glock got 50, let it spin. I gassed the car, gave it the cool, and they dropped 50 in this shit. Oh, she 18, we get that bitch 300, two tell her it's lit. We need some 40 bullets, 7 cents, 2s, and 9 squeeze.
Alright, so I'm pausing it at 34 seconds. Is there a reference to
My bad, y'all.
Yes.
what's the lyric?
I gave her 300 for my Glock. I paid 300 for my Glock.
Hey, Miss Tawana.
And then there's another lyric that refers to a female. What is that?
It's referencing a female being 18 and they give her $300 to go buy ammunition.
Okay. And that ammunition that's mentioned, he refers to 40 bullets, 7.62s, and 9s.
Yes.
Alright,
Hold on,
the
I'm
final
gonna
video I want to talk to you about is a song called Drill Time. Are you familiar with
Oh,
that?
this is my shit, y'all. This is my
Who
song.
is that song by?
No, Williams.
Hold on, I'm finna look at it on my live.
I I am.
Why ain't it? Okay. Okay, hold on. This way. Right. Hold on.
Alright, so at the beginning of this video, there is what they labeled the things.
Right here. Oh shit, wait. Y'all can't see
And
it.
it says that it might cause nightmares.
Y'all just see the table.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
What does it say it might cause?
I'm trying to see what y'all see.
The ops.
And that's
Okay.
the opposition.
Yes.
Now. Okay. Now y'all see what I see. Now y'all see what I see. Okay, wait.
I will lead the whole world blind and never have to be for all y'all, the whole world dying. I been down so fucking long, feel like I'm sleeping underground. Taught y'all how to take the mag and flip the clip at wartime. I ain't fucking with you, Spiller. Yeah, I know it cool, that's fine. I told y'all Nookie lost his soul before the news said he died. I told y'all Roy K.
Alright, Detective, I'm gonna back up just a little bit here. We heard Noah Williams say, I told y'all Mookie lost his soul before the news said he died. What's that for?
Mookie is a reference into Marcus Jackson. He's a murdered. He got murdered and he was an associate of Six Squad.
Okay, fuck that.
The news said he died. I told y'all Roy K was dead before his body had got found. Oh, they ain't.
Alright, I told y'all Rod K was dead before his body had got found at 54 seconds. What is that reference?
That's a reference to Gerard Bell. He went by Rod K. He was another murdered associate of Six Squad.
He says specifically, I told y'all Rod K was dead before his body had got found. Does that match what happened to Rod K?
Yes, his body was found at another location, I believe the day after the shooting.
And what you say? I bet the bitches hit me now. It's time to separate
The real from the fake, but on the real, bitch, you fake. Nah, I'm great. That nigga, that man got hit all in his face. It was a fucking closed case. But now he ain't got shit to say. Shoot a movie with this case. Gun on me.
At 1 minute and 23 seconds, did we just hear him say, if I pop out, I got my gun on me?
Yes.
Hey, this is my shit, y'all. It's some poles in this house. Oh, my bad.
Did you just hear him specifically mention?
Yes.
And Nietzsche is serious on threat.
I'm not promoting the song. God.
Yes.
Bones in his house, just my bros in his house. And we be spinning shit so all them traps be closed in the north.
Alright, so we just heard him say, we be spinning shit so all those traps be closed in the north. What is a trap?
It's a house where usually narcotics are being sold out of.
What is the relevance of closed traps in the north?
Well, he's saying that we've been spinning, so the traps are closed in the north. So they're saying they're spinning the block. They're going out there to go shoot somebody or do a shooting on the north side, and that's why the traps are closed.
But who's on the north?
6 block.
My dog, that's where it should've been slow. It's a drop. And then they hit 3 back to back. We take your souls, then we out. Okay, back up on my demons. I need guys, I be fiending. Rocking all this ice, I be forgetting on my knees. I can't say exactly what I sing, but so I sing this shit. I'ma say I'm blessed, but the police say I'm a demon. Chopping and don't say why I did it. He know the reason. I won't take no break, I've been at it. It's killer season. Chopping sitting up in the attic. Next to the Christmas shit.
I want that hoe.
Charles dead, I put that on my Christmas list.
I'm pausing at 2:08.
Sorry.
We just heard him say, I want that Edward Charles dead. I put that on my Christmas list. Are you familiar with the person named Charles?
Yes, it's Charles Jones. He's a documented gang member for 6 block. He goes by Folio.
I know y'all have heard that name plenty of times.
Yes.
Them niggas dog dead, I ain't dissing, I'm just spitting. She be thinking I'm a war bad, I'm with hard head, we blitz. She wanna fade, I'm on some clippers. She wanna play what shit, I'm still a G. I ain't go to school to sign up, but I'm still a G.
Alright, the last thing I want to ask you, and I've paused it at 2:20, we heard him say, I'm with Farmhead. Who's Farmhead?
It's Xavier Mitchell.
And that is an individual that was with that.
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may just have one.
Sure. And Ms. Anderson, what was the title of the song we were just watching?
Drill time, Your Honor. Detective Deagle, I just have a couple additional questions on those music videos. The date that the music video Dead Edwards was published to YouTube, not filmed, but published to YouTube, was October 9th of 2020. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the date that My Block was published to YouTube was November 28th of 2020.
Yes.
And Drill Time was published to YouTube February 28th, 2021.
Yes.
Now, in this case, there was DNA obtained for the defendant,
Yes.
and it was sent off to be compared to the firearm.
Yes.
After that was the defendant ultimately arrested.
He was.
When he was arrested, was he wearing something unique to the gang 1200?
Yes.
All right.
Hold on.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Mama Cynthia. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Okay, that's playing from the other phone. Mama Cynthia, I'm really glad that you just said that. I truly pray for these young men. I don't know where we went wrong. Then again, I know. Let me tell y'all something. These men, okay, are our kids. They're our youth. They're supposed to be our future. And this is the type of stuff that they're out here doing. Because I feel like, and this is just me, my opinion, because I feel like that a lot of parents aren't being parents. I think that there's a lot of men are not involved in these young black men's lives as their fathers, as they should be. I feel like the mamas, especially the mamas down here that I be seeing, they don't do nothing but use their churn for checks and food stamps so they can fucking go and wear their best friend's clothes and buy bundles and go to the club and eat fucking crab trays, okay? They don't give a fuck about these kids. I'm not saying all mothers or all fathers. Unfortunately, the kids are a product of their environments. Involvements, Carla? Environments, you mean? But not all, but most. Right, that's what I'm saying. Now, I feel like if these men and women that do get together and have babies, raise their kids up, you know, for the right reasons, you know, like, I'm trying to say this without sounding like a bitch, but, I don't really know no other way to say it. Stop trying to be your kids' friends and be your kids' parent. Parents do better. I'm just say it like that. Oh shit, it ain't play.
Sure.
Oh shit, hold on y'all. I keep hitting the wrong thing. Play, bitch.
And I'm showing him the heat. You recognize this item?
Yes, that image was on the back of the hoodie.
Okay. And you personally viewed the hoodie?
Yes.
And you personally collected the hoodie?
Yes.
And this looks substantially similar to what you saw in person?
Yes.
At this time, the state would enter State's Exhibit C as evidence as stated.
Did you say no objection? All right. We're receiving into evidence. Purposes of the hearing.
Permission to publish?
Yes.
Detective, I'm going to pull that picture up on your screen. Can you see that?
Yes.
All right, can you just explain to the judge what we're looking at?
So the big thing is it's a tornado. Another moniker that Mr. Williams goes by is the Tornado Kid for rapping. But inside the tornado, you see an 8-ball, which is a reference to Trey D. His name was Lawrence Davis, and he was a affiliate of 6 Block, and he was murdered. And the other one is 35, who is Antoine Williams. He goes by 35 or PD. He was also murdered. And then Mookie right there is an individual named Marcus Jackson, who's also murdered as well. And then at the very bottom, it has a tombstone with dead ops spelled out on it.
All right. As a part of your investigative duties, do you also monitor social media?
Yes.
Is there a platform that you primarily look at?
Yeah, Instagram.
Now,
Instagram.
prior to the traffic stop on March 4th of 2020, did you observe a social media video that had this defendant and other documented gang members in it?
Yes.
What Instagram account was that posted to?
Deshaun Williams. It's green light.
Okay. What did you observe on Greenlight's Instagram?
A live video.
Can you explain to the court what a live video is?
Live video on Instagram is basically a feature of the story method, I guess, that captures what they're doing in real time.
Now, during that live video, do you see individuals of the rival gang 6 Block actually joining to watch and comment?
Yes.
And are you familiar with the 6 Block screen names through your investigation into 1200?
Yes.
It's your job to stay up on the rival gangs as well, right?
Yes.
Why would an opposing gang join and comment on someone's live?
It's usually they'll join them live to see if they can see where they're at, see if they can get a location on them, and then they'll comment on it to just trash talk.
Is this something you often see when you're viewing social media?
Yes.
May I approach the witness?
You may.
Detective, I'm showing you what has been marked as Exhibit B. You recognize that?
Yes.
And what do you recognize this disc to be?
The live video.
All right. And did you viewed it live, correct?
Yes.
And it was screen recorded?
Yes.
And was that screen recorded then transferred to this disc?
Yes.
Is it in substantially the same condition as when you viewed it online?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I would proceed Exhibit B into evidence and be
No objection.
All right, we'll receive it into evidence for the hearing.
permission to publish, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, Detective, just for the benefit of the court, is this what a live video looks like?
Yes.
At the top here, I've just circled it. What is that?
That's the account that the live video is being played on.
All right, and what is that?
Green light.
And do we actually see green light in this shot?
Yes.
That's the only individual on the video right now, right?
Correct.
Fuck wrong with you, man? I'm trying to go sit down.
He trying to be a cover girl and shit, and nigga live. Yeah. He like a thing, man. He about to steal all the chains from the table. What y'all on?
Move forward to 25 seconds. At the bottom here that I've just circled, what are we seeing here?
You're seeing who's joining the Instagram live video, and you're seeing that's where the comments will pop up at as well.
Okay, so do you recognize any of the screen names that are on there right now?
Yes.
Can you read to the court which one you recognize?
It's the MM352XK.
Through your investigation, who do you know that screen name to be associated with?
Jarvin Jones, he's a documented member of 6 Block.
And I'm going to move forward to 42 seconds.
Now, dirty glove, man.
All right, I'm going to back up to 45 seconds. Do we see that MM352XK on there?
Yes.
And has he not commented?
Yes, he commented what it is, coup.
Okay, so what we heard earlier was that coup is something that members of 1200.
Yes.
Why would a rival gang member say what it is?
Just to taunt them.
Move forward to 309. At 309, do you recognize two screen names on here?
Yes.
Tell me what two screen names you.
Backstreet TK and G3 Liddy _.
All right, who is G3 Liddy _?
He's Gary Davis. He's a documented member of 6 Block.
And Backstreet TK?
That is Tavares Kirkland. He's a documented member for a gang called ATK.
What is G3 saying?
He's saying me too.
Now, this follows a comment by Backstreet TK. What is his comment then?
He's basically telling Greenlight, I know where you're at.
And here he is replying to.
Yep.
God, he tweaking. That nigga talking. Oh, hey, I'm gonna show you something, TK. And you don't know shit, fuck nigga.
Pausing at 319. Did Deshaun Williams just respond verbally to what he's reading from Backstreet TK?
Yes.
I nigga bite that dog. I don't like to sit behind my dog. And then you ripping
I
sit holding on this gun and shit your ass on live. From behind my dog.
don't think live on here.
What they gonna do, bro?
That's what they gonna hear.
He talking about Arby like,
They gonna be like, what the fuck?
what the fuck is that? You know, rather still looking all binocular and shit. Yeah,
They don't
they get me though. It's like I'm just like a black person. Yeah, that's how that shit be. Like that though. You know that mean though. You know I'm back up on my kids. They gotta take a picture of me. You sound like a flag and that. No, you sound like that. That's how you sound.
I'm pausing it at 4:02. Do we see a comment again from Backstreet TK?
Yes.
What does he say?
You do too, you better get low. Both of us coming through.
You sound like you want me to go to well.
It's the only thing I'm gonna show you.
Pausing it at 4:08. Detective, can you tell what that outline looks like?
Looks like an extended drum magazine for a pistol.
Look like a superhero right now.
That's the only thing I'm gonna show you.
You should have that in the
And pausing it at 4:16. After Greenlight shows that extended magazine, is there a comment from the counsel walking to the hearing?
4-5. They're showing the video, but they're not showing the Instagram live where we can see it. They're showing it on a projector in the courtroom, but where this camera is set up, you can't see it. That's why we couldn't see the videos of drill time and all of that. They were just the songs and stuff they were playing, because the way this camera is angled, they have it where you can't see what the judge, we can't see what the judge sees. So they're not showing us what the judge is actually seeing. And I'm getting copyrights like a motherfucker. I'm getting copyrights like a motherfucker. I'm getting copyrights like a motherfucker. Oh my God. For this shit right here. For playing this fucking video. I don't give a fuck though. I'm still finna finish playing it.
Yes, it's the 2 laughing emojis.
Detective, in the entirety of that social media video, do you hear or see any other individuals that you recognize?
Yes.
It don't matter now, Carla. They're already
Williams and Shaquem
hitting
Murphy.
it, so.
We've already talked about Noah Williams, the defendant, but who is Shaquem Murphy?
He's a documented member of 1200 as well.
Was he actually in the car with Noah Williams when he was stopped,
Yes.
leaving Darian Saul's viewing?
Yes.
And to be clear, that was later in the day after this video.
Yes.
I think so, sissy. I think that's what it is.
I have no further questions for this witness at this time.
Any cross-examination, Mr. McCart?
Just real quick. You've talked a lot about things that you know about gang members, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you've got reports about all this stuff, right? You don't have it memorized.
It's reports and interviews with other gang members.
It's been 15, 20 minutes. I can't keep track of how many shootings you've talked about, how many acronyms, and how many. So you've got some reports on that stuff that I could look at, correct?
There's reports of shootings, yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I don't want to sidetrack this, but I'm going to need those reports. I've not seen any of this stuff, okay? I'm sorry. And then in this last video, did you see this gentleman holding what you just said was an extended clip and a gun?
No, sir.
Okay. And then in any of these videos that we saw before, and I guess the prosecutor, there's no transcripts, correct? You have transcripts of these videos?
Like the lyrics transcript?
Yeah.
No, not physically, no.
So how do you understand what's being said?
Just by listening to them.
Do you listen to it the first time you can understand?
Usually, yes.
all these videos you watched, the first time you knew what was being said in those lyrics.
Yes, sir. I mean, I've listened to a lot of the videos, and I can pick up on when they're talking about rival gang members. Yes.
Okay, and in any of these videos, we talked about this funeral that was, I guess, on the 4th. That was the 4th of 2021, and it's safe to say you've been following his videos in social media, correct?
Yes, sir.
And he's put out a lot of videos, hasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Any of those videos talk about the funeral that he attended that night?
I don't recall.
And then before that, were there any I guess within your intelligence community, was there any indication that this gentleman was going to be carrying a gun to the funeral?
Can you repeat that again, sir?
Sure. Did you have any specific information that he was going to be carrying a gun, let alone the Glock that's been charged in this case, to the funeral that night?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
May you redirect?
Yeah.
All right, let me set that. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any other evidence?
No, Your Honor, no other evidence, just argument.
Okay. Heard argument from the defense. I'll hear argument from the state.
And Your Honor, I do have a PowerPoint. We just digested a lot of information. So I am going to pull that up just to kind of keep our timeline on track. Okay, just have a moment to do that. The state has provided this court with a lot of case law, and what Your Honor will notice is that there's not a lot of case law here in the state of Florida at this time regarding this issue. But what I would like to point out is that this issue is continually being litigated here, specifically in this courthouse. One of the opinions that Your Honor does have that was referenced by the defense is the state of Florida versus Henry Hayes case, and that citation, it's number 1D183876. It's a 2016 case that was argued in front of Judge Whittington, and it involves the gang enhancement and related evidence being used to show a timeline of events and motivation behind the charged crime. Now, something that Mr. Eckhart pointed out, rightfully so, is this is a murder case. And what you'll hear is a lot of the cases where this has been litigated are murder cases. But it is worth noting that 874.04 allows for this enhancement to be applied to all crimes, from a life felony all the way down to a second-degree murder. So whether or not the case law specifically addresses a second-degree misdemeanor, a first-degree felony, a second-degree felony is neither here nor there. The gang enhancement is there to be applied to any crime that the state of Florida charges, so long as the facts support it. Also, in this jurisdiction, another case that was argued before Judge Carbula is State of Florida versus Tyler Jackson, 19 CF 008869. That case was argued and tried in front of Judge Carbula this year. In that case, the defendant was charged with PFCF based on a music video, and evidence related to the gang enhancement was used to show the defendant's motivation for possessing a real firearm and not a prop gun. Also, in this jurisdiction, State of Florida versus Quinte Hudson, 2016 CF 004694. It's been argued and tried in front of Judge Daniel. Again, this is a murder case. It had the gang enhancement. There are companion cases that go along with Quinte Hudson that are still pending. State of Florida versus Hercules Bowers, 2017 CF 00695, and State of Florida versus Anthony Gregory, 2017 CF 007857. Again, in those cases, the gang evidence was allowed to be introduced, and it's not for the sole reason to show that the gang enhancement can be applied, but also to show motivation for the crime. That is what the state of Florida is seeking to do in this case. I have supplied the court with People v. Hernandez, 33 California 4th 1040, a 2004 case. This case discusses that this is at the discretion of the court. This is something that the trial court can decide to bifurcate or not bifurcate. And bifurcation is not necessarily warranted where the evidence is relevant to the charged offense. evidence of the defendant's gang affiliation, including evidence of gang territory, membership, signs, symbols, beliefs, and practices, criminal enterprises, rivalries, and the like can help prove identity, motive, modus operandi, specific intent, means of applying force or fear, or other issues pertinent to guilt of the charged crime. To the extent that the evidence supporting the gang enhancement would be admissible at a trial of guilt, any inference of prejudice would be dispelled and bifurcation would not be necessary. I point this out because there was some talk about this being Williams' rule. The difference between the gang enhancement evidence and Williams' rule evidence is Williams' rule evidence is not to be made a feature of the trial. What is happening with gang-related evidence is it's showing the motivation. Why is the state of Florida saying that this defendant had that gun, that he's the one that was in possession of that gun, versus the legal, lawful owner, who is Antonisha Bryant? That is why the state is arguing for this evidence. A defendant seeking severance must clearly establish that there is a substantial danger of prejudice requiring the charges be separately tried. The Hernandez court discusses the difference between bifurcation of a prior conviction and bifurcation of the gang enhancement. The court notes that prior conviction relates to the defendant's status and may have no connection to the crime, whereas the gang enhancement has to relate specifically to the material issue of that crime that's being charged, which makes it inextricably intertwined. So the state has provided a couple of other cases. There's not a lot of case law on this issue, so some of these were supplied just for the court to read. They're not binding on the court. Some of them are not even persuasive. In California, they do not publish all of their opinions. One of those cases is People v.
Bitch, we in California. Bitch, we in Florida.
2017 Westlaw 414757. This case, again, is provided for commentary only. It is not persuasive to this court. But it's interesting because it uses the case law that is published in California, like Hernandez, in its justification for allowing the gang enhancement. It is not a case that has been overturned. In that case, the defendant was charged with simply possessing a firearm, which is exactly what we have here. And much like Mr. Eckhart's argument, the defense in that argument said that this was a fairly simple case. It is a fairly simple case. But in Ezel, the prosecution argued against bifurcation, pointing out that the gang enhancement evidence, which in that case was simply wearing gang attire, being with other gang members, and being in gang territory, was relevant and probative to the substantive charge. The trial court in that case denied the request for bifurcation.
What was the charge in that case?
Possession of a firearm.
Which case is that?
Ezel, People v. Ezel, Ezell. And again, this is not provided to the court as anything other than commentary. It is an unpublished opinion from California. But notably, it references Hernandez as well as Franklin. It goes on to say that gang evidence is relevant and admissible when the very reason for the underlying crime, that is the motive, is gang related. In Ezel, the prosecutor pointed to the gang evidence provided for several reasons why the appellant would have possessed the gun, which is allegiance to the gang, intimidating the community, and giving appellant's gang member companions access to the weapon. The evidence of gang attire, being with gang members, and in gang territory helped explain why he would have been carrying a gun. So what does the court have before it that is much like what we see in Ezel? Again, Your Honor heard a lot of information today, so we have this timeline. So what you heard is that this defendant was with other documented gang members and associates on September 2nd of 2020. In that car, Malik Beals was murdered in a shooting. The defendant was also in that car. Following that event, on September 15th of 2020, a funeral was held for Malik Beals. At that funeral, Deshaun Williams, Marquez Johnson, and Xavier Mitchell, who you all heard about and saw in videos, were all together, and they were targeted by members of the rival gang. 3 rival gang members were arrested: Alex and Alan Bass and Keon Newkirk, who goes by Dolo, which becomes relevant in the next slide. So we saw a music video for Dead Edwards, which features this defendant as well as Deshaun Williams, who goes by green light. The purpose of this music video is twofold. The first is they're clearly flashing several symbols.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Sure.
We got 15 minutes left,
Yep.
and we're not even through the first motion.
Yes, Annette, I have.
The issue for this motion is, I mean, we're just dealing, are we bifurcating?
Yes, sir.
We're not dealing with what evidence is coming in or what purpose is coming in. It's strictly,
As a matter of fact, Miss Annette, I had a long conversation with one of the men today. And it was a really, really, really good conversation. And so let me do this real quick. Shout out to BSM. Shout out to Neutral, Bossman Blake, Crucial K, YJ, LA, and Port City. Them my men's. Shout out to y'all. Wait till y'all see the BSM nails tomorrow. Wait. Period. Let's go.
are we going to separate the trial from a simple possession of a firearm by a convicted felon? Or are we going to try the sentencing enhancement at the same time?
Yes, Your Honor. And the reason that I'm trying to go through all of this evidence is because in order for the court to have the full picture of what would be put on and why the state believes it to be relevant is that timeline of events. Why this defendant is the one carrying that gun. His DNA is on the gun. That is going to be the defense, is that it's transfer DNA. The gun belongs to Antonisha Bryant. The state is not shying away from that. There's female DNA on that gun. The state is not shying away from that. But the fact that his DNA is on that gun is important. We have to prove why it's not just transfer DNA, because all of these events leading up to this viewing where he is stopped is a motivation for him to carry a gun alongside his gang membership. All of these events. So he's shot at, and then he continues to bait the gang in these music videos that follow. And in one music video, he speaks directly to the fact that he gives money to females to buy things that he cannot buy. So it's that continued pattern, that continued timeline of the back and forth between the gang that creates the reason why this should not be bifurcated. That there is a motivation for this defendant to be the one carrying the gun and not Antonisha Bryant.
I guess I'm still seeing it somewhat differently. So, and I'll give you an example from the evidence that's presented.
Uni, hey baby
I
mama.
have to make a ruling on whether the gang sentencing enhancement under the Florida statute, whether the facts presented by the state to prove the gang sentencing enhancement are going to be presented to the jury at the same time as the facts for possession. Based on what I've seen, some of the facts that the detective introduced could be relevant to possession of a firearm by a convicted felon charge, or could be relevant to both membership in a gang or possession of a firearm by a convicted felon charge. I don't see it as necessarily a clear either or.
And Your Honor, that's why we put on so much, because I do think that the court has discretion to say this can come in and this doesn't.
But I guess what I'm looking for from the state is
Just a motion. That's one of the things that kind of floored me this morning. Motion from the prosecution in response to my motions. That might help with the issues.
You mean a written response?
Yeah.
No, I mean, they don't have to file one. If they don't want to file one, that's up to them. The issues I'm concerned with is 403 balancing. Every piece of relevant evidence is subject to 403 balancing. I don't know, even if I deny the defense's motion to bifurcate, I assume they're still going to be objecting to each and every one of these pieces of evidence as they're brought in.
And Your Honor, that balancing test is actually referred to in his motion in limine number 4 when it relates to the music videos.
Right.
It's also a reference to the gang enhancement. It talks about highly inflammatory and highly prejudicial. And you're right, Your Honor. That's the whole point. Is Jack in the Box up and down all day in trial, jacking to and the cases. I mean, you've been inundated with cases this morning, but the cases all speak to that. Even the cases that have denied bifurcation will opine the judges like some of this stuff is highly inflammatory. It just is. I mean, they can't even pronounce the music videos in court because I'm just saying that's the nature of this stuff. It's sex, it's violence, it's fake guns. I mean, it's terrible for a jury. It's not a violent case.
Your Honor, may I add one thing?
Sure, go ahead.
My co-counsel rightfully brings up that there are plenty of enhancements out there. 775 is an enhancement that can be applied to a number of crimes. Those things don't necessarily have to be bifurcated because they are relevant to the crime charged. We have charged the gang enhancement in this case, which is what makes all of this relevant evidence. As to the prejudicial effect, I can tell you that there are 50 plus YouTube videos, and I could have gone on for days, but I specifically picked ones that fit within the timeline, that made specific references that were relevant to this case and why this defendant would need to be carrying a firearm at that viewing. As it relates to the timeline, Your Honor, her testimony that this is a gang war that's been going on for 10 years. And in fact, in the Henry Hayes opinion, Your Honor will see that it relates to the same back and forth. But the state has narrowed this issue to 3 events and 3 music videos and a live video that's, of course, relevant because it occurred the day of.
All right, so basically the state's position is the gang evidence makes it more likely that the defendant was in possession of a firearm that day.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And that the probative value is not substantially outweighed by the danger of unfair prejudice.
That's correct.
Address character evidence. Why is this not character evidence?
Your Honor, this is not character evidence because it goes to the gang enhancement.
I understand, but I can easily bifurcate.
Sure.
And then if the jury finds the defendant guilty of possession of
Annette, you silly.
Then of course you have broad range to.
Okay, Mama Cynthia.
Yes, Your Honor. And
it's the character evidence issue because you're no longer using character evidence to try to prove conduct in conformity with it.
Yes, Your Honor. I would point to the Henry Hayes opinion. In that case, the court addresses the fact that these are things that are inextricably intertwined. This is not.
Now, let me tell y'all something real quick. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what this lady's trying to do, okay? What she's trying to do is she is trying to... Oh, hold on, y'all. Hey, baby, you out there? Huh? Alright, here I come. What she's trying to do is she's trying to get him, like, and put him with other cases. They're trying to put this case as another case to try to put him to where he was involved with this murder case. But if y'all caught it earlier, the detective said that she asked was Mr. Williams at the crime scene of the murder, or was the boy in the car with him or anything like that? And the detective said no, he was not there. So y'all can't put this man on no murder if he wasn't there. I'm just saying. But y'all listen, continue, carry on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, my bad.
Inextricably intertwined. In order for us to prove up the gang enhancement, we have to prove that he's a gang member. We're not putting this on to say, look, he's a bad person. Look.
But you don't have to prove gang enhancement to prove he's in possession of a firearm.
Yes, Your Honor, but as we charged it is that way. And we believe that it is relevant to why this defendant possessed that gun. There is a danger that if this doesn't come in, that the defense gets to say, look at, he was targeted by these officers. Look how many there were. You've got the gang unit, you've got patrol, you've got the FBI out there, all because of this one person.
We're not going to say that. We're not going to say that. I can tell you right now, we're not going to say that.
Okay.
only thing I'd like to respond is, we've been here. The bifurcation process to me, this took just 45 minutes, not even an hour. So what's the burden on the state? I'm not really seeing this. I think what's happening here is I think the court can recognize, let them try the case on its merits as felon in possession of a handgun. They get the guilty verdict, and this gentleman Daigle's there for 45 minutes and he gets his gang enhancement. That's what I see. And then we're not doing this again. That's my concern.
And Your Honor, this is not a novel issue. This is something that has been argued. It's just that there's not case law in the state of Florida at this time, aside from the Henry Hayes case.
When your old boo found out you're pregnant from your new boo.
It is not a character issue.
When your old boo found out you're pregnant by your new boo.
Why is this not transferred DNA? Because Noel Williams tells us in a song that he can't purchase a gun, so he gives a female money to do so. He's admitting to that. So then we have this female who comes in and says,
so for example, the first part of my Glock may very well be relevant evidence to prove a felon in possession charge.
Yes, Your Honor.
But there's a whole lot of this other stuff that might not very well be relevant to that charge.
Yes, Your Honor.
It would be relevant only to the sentence enhancement. So the question before the court is strictly, should the sentencing enhancement be bifurcated from the felon in possession? So tell me why the sentencing enhancement is inextricably intertwined to the felon in possession charge.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may have one moment to go to my notes. All right, so the state has, as I've already said, selected these events that are directly related and close in time to one another out of this extensive gang war that's been going on. We talked about Malik Beals' murder, which the defendant is a victim of. He is in the car when Malik.
Yeah, I just got scammed by LTG.
At the funeral, which is
motivation. LTG, you just scammed me, bitch. You just scammed me, LTG. Yep, you scammed me, bitch. You scamming ass bitch.
For this defendant to need to arm himself. And then we have the murder of Darian Self, which leads to the viewing. And in between all of that, we have these music videos, which are necessary to explain why this defendant is the possessor of the firearm and why the possession of that firearm is in furtherance of the gang. He gets shot at, and it doesn't stop him from creating these videos, baiting the gang. That is what they do. They talk the reason.
Yep, she just scammed me, y'all. Yep.
Who is this in all of these music videos is because it shows that he's baiting them still. Even up until that video that happens before the viewing, they're still going back and forth. It is the motivation for this defendant to have to arm himself. In fact, on the live video, Greenlight is responding to two people that are talking, and this defendant is on that video, that are talking about, I know where you're at, and Greenlight basically tells him to come. All you'll hear is the sound of gunfire.
What's the mixture of DNA that's on the firearm?
I can answer that. On my head, it's 12%. There's 4 contributors, I think. 3 of the DNA, they're unknown contributors, except for Mr. Williams has 12%. I believe the other one is 80%. It's an unknown female. And then I don't have the DNA report in front of me. I think it's the last one is unknown also. Is that correct?
You'd like for me to answer?
No, I think that's the DNA contribution. It's 12% as far as Mr. Williams is concerned.
There are 3 donors, yes, Your Honor. 2 of them are unidentified. Obviously, the female donor is most likely Antonisha Bryant. She is the purchaser of the gun. The state of Florida is
She wasn't tested to.
We did recently get her DNA, but we just didn't see a reason to send it off. We're not shying away from the fact that she purchased that firearm. It's her gun. It's the state's position that she buys guns because he can't.
Yeah, no, I understand straw purchases and all that stuff. I get all that. It was just a simple question. Whose DNA's on that?
It's the first I've heard about the DNA test. I don't know when am I going to get that.
It's not been sent off. I only indicated that we did get her swab. We have not sent it off.
That I think that's going to be an issue. Is that Brady? If you've got the woman's DNA, don't you? Jeez, I'll sit down.
That's not potentially exculpatory.
And y'all see they laughing and shit?
When did you get it?
They in the court laughing. Now, okay, wait, hold on. Y'all got to hear this part. Hold on, y'all got to hear this part. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit.
Right.
Y'all got to hear this. Hold on. Listen to what she say. They're talking about the DNA that was found on the gun, right? Now, listen at what she says about sending his girlfriend's DNA off. Listen at what she says. Raggedy bitch.
DNA test. I don't know when am I going to get that?
It's not been sent off.
Hold on, right here. Let's go.
It's her gun. It's the state's position that she buys guns because he can't.
Yeah, no, I understand straw purchases and all that stuff. I get all that. It's just a simple question. Whose DNA's on that?
It's the first I've heard about the DNA test. I don't know when am I going to get that?
It's not been sent off. I only indicated that we did get her swab. We have not sent it off.
I think that's going to be an issue. Is that Brady? If you've got the woman's DNA, don't you? Jeez, I'll sit down.
That's not potentially exculpatory.
Your Honor, we just got it. I'm happy to send it off.
When did you get it?
It's been about a week.
Now,
It was at the same time this defendant was rearrested.
you've had the DNA for a week. And you ain't been able to send it off yet? Go ahead, Miss State's
All right.
attorney.
I'm gonna take the motion to bifurcate under advisement. I need to review the case law.
Don't fucking judge, don't know the fucking case
And
law.
Just for benefit of counsel.
This about a bitch. Don't judge, don't know the fucking case law. Ain't that
Right
about
now,
a
I'm
bitch?
inclined to bifurcate,
Hmm.
but that doesn't mean I'm ruling on what evidence is going to be admissible. I mean, just what I saw here, I could easily see some of it being admissible to a felon in possession charge, and some of it not being admissible for one reason or another, whether that be 403 balancing and permissible character evidence. There could be a number of well-placed objections. So
Now,
we may
y'all,
have
did
a
y'all
lot
hear
of
that? He said,
evidentiary-
well-placed objections. Meaning, he just shot that shot at old boy lawyer. Like, hey, if you put the right the objections in the right places, y'all could probably, get somewhere. But as of right now, it's looking a little iffy. Like Mr. Spinabenz, I'm gonna need you to tighten up, buddy. You have a raw, real talent, bruh. And look at where you're sitting. You're in jail. All that talent is going to fucking waste. Because y'all want to be out here doing drill music and fucking killing each other. And y'all are fucking...
issues to deal with at trial that there's no other way to deal with other than to deal with them as the evidence is offered and objected to.
This shit really
If
hurts.
it is,
Like, this
I'll take
shit
it
hurts
under
my
advisement. I
heart.
got to read this case law. All right.
This shit
Mr.
really
Page,
hurts my heart.
Do you have everybody here? Okay, sounds like we got more time. Okay,
Ms. Bound,
so
you follow
let's
cases
move
usually look
on.
into criminal justice causes or Oh no, I ain't with that much police activity, ma'am. That's too much police activity.
To
I just like watching them on the TV and stuff. I ain't trying to be a part of them. That's too much police activity.
this first motion would.
You have to deal with the police when you do stuff like that. I don't like the police.
All right, defense first motion in limine seeks to bar admission of any evidence related to the Beretta handgun found in the glove compartment. What's the state's position?
Your Honor, the state would be objecting.
Okay.
Oh,
So the
yeah?
state's going to seek to introduce evidence that there was a second handgun found.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What is the basis for admissibility?
So the defense cites to a case where an individual was charged with an auto theft and there was testimony about a toy gun from when he was arrested. That case is not applicable.
Hey, Moni.
On the body camera footage in this case, when they're first stopped, Antonisha Bryant tells officers that she has a gun in the car. She mentions one gun. The officers then open the glove box and look inside and see 2 guns. So they go and they ask her about the 2 guns. She says that she has a Glock and a Beretta. At the time, the officer was mistaken as...
Now, y'all are going to hear them say that she claimed she didn't know what guns she had in her car. Y'all heard the state's attorney just say she said she had a Glock and a Beretta, right? Did y'all hear that? Can I get a 7 in the chat if y'all heard that? I'm just trying to make sure I'm not lost on something. Can y'all let me know? Okay, y'all heard it. All right, that's fine. Okay, let's go.
What he saw as to the brand of gun. So he says, what about the Smith & Wesson? At that point, this defendant leans over to her and says, babe, you got a Smith & Wesson too. So she says to them, oh, that's mine. Later, Rashad Murphy arrives on scene and he takes claim to the Beretta in the car. He is, in fact, the purchaser of that firearm. So the sequence of events shows that Antonisha Bryant is actually unsure of what guns are actually in her car. So again, this is something that goes to why this defendant is the one that was possessing that gun and not Antonisha Bryant at that time. And it's obviously not favorable to the defendant that there's 2 guns in the car, but the state is not arguing that he was in possession of the Beretta. He's not a contributor to that DNA. But it does go to Bryant's credibility and why the jury can call her credibility into question because she does not know what guns are in the car. And this defendant, in fact, leans over to tell her what gun she owns.
Okay, give me an idea of how the state's planning on introducing this evidence at trial.
Your Honor, the body camera footage would be played.
Okay. And then that body camera footage is going to lay out the dialogue you just mentioned.
Yes, Your Honor, and there's a chance that I'll be calling Antonisha Bryant in trial.
All right.
And Rashad Murphy, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
And then if you call her at trial, you would ask her something along the lines of, isn't it true that you didn't know how many guns were in your car?
Sure.
All right. Mr. Eckhart?
Yeah, I think it's an uncharged gun. We have the charge of we have the Glock that's been charged, obviously, and then there's this other uncharged gun that was legally owned by somebody. The person that showed up, it was Rashad Murphy. It was his gun. They scrubbed it for DNA. I think they printed it. No DNA, nobody's prints comes on it. And so now we've got another issue for the jury to resolve. It's like now there's a second gun. And I don't know if that can be cured with instructions from the court. It's just a collateral issue. It's not charged. There's no evidence that he touched the gun or had possession of the gun. Detective Daigle didn't have any information.
I think the state's position, if I understand it correctly, is that their allegation is that Mr. Williams is the actual owner of the Glock firearm. And that the fact that the person who, what's the young lady's last name?
Antonisha Bryant.
Bryant. And is Bryant the purchaser of the Glock?
Of the Glock, yes.
Right. So the state's position is that the purchaser of their Glock isn't really the owner of the Glock, and that the fact that she doesn't know how many guns are in her car shows that it's not her gun. As to the body cam footage, is it the defense's position that it's all irrelevant, or that certain parts of it should be redacted? What's the defense's position there?
No, I was just specifically about the gun. The second gun is taken out of the glove box by Officer Pepper, along with the first gun. I guess I'm just trying to think what's the sequences of which gun came out of the glove box first, whether the Glock came out or the Beretta came out first. I don't know off the top of my head. But my danger would be just the jury be confused because now you've got 2 guns in the case. One has been charged. So I guess there'd have to be some sort of instruction.
All right. So I'm going to deny the defendant's first motion in limine as stated. That denial is without prejudice to raise objections. I think the defense position that is, that is addressed somewhat in the motion in limine, that there's limitations on what the state can do regarding that Beretta firearm, because Mr. Williams is not charged with possessing it, is well placed. I wish I could give you all more clear and more definite rulings on this stuff. But unfortunately, I don't think we can do that until trial comes along and we address it as it goes.
Boy, they stay trying to put some cases on somebody's child. Ooh.
For example, Mr. Eckhart, so to kind of guide you through trial, is I do think it would most likely be admissible to elicit evidence that Ms. Bryant, her lack of knowledge as to how many firearms were in her car.
Child boo, I wish and shit. I used to think that too.
To establish that
Annette, I used to think that too.
Was the true possessor or owner of the lock. So at the same time, there's going to be limits on that.
Just to clarify, I think when I've watched those videos several times, I think when she's confronted by Pepper, she does say, I have a Glock and a Beretta. And then he says, what about
well, that might actually help your case.
I think it will.
Right. So, I mean, it may very well help you.
All right.
All right. So what I've said, I've just granted that without prejudice to defendant's right to renew the objection at trial. That's the best I can really do with it at this time. I'm going to give you all as much, during these hearings, I'm going to give you all as much guidance as I can to hopefully narrow the trial issues. I understand that from an evidentiary standpoint, this is likely to be a difficult trial, and we will deal with
Annette, you know what? Let me tell you.
And spend as much time on them as we need.
Annette, it actually used to be, like back in the day when we would like fight, like one-on-one fight instead of fucking pulling out guns, shooting each other and shit. Like it used to be a retire, like you could come here to retire and stuff like that. But now it's just, this ain't that no more. I got family in Miami, Hollywood, and I lived in Florida years ago. Right, but see now this ain't that no more because of, like I said earlier, I honestly, and this is how I feel, and whoever don't like it, I'm sorry. This is my opinion. This is my thoughts. This is how I feel about all of this reckless, ignorant, stupid, dumb shit that these boys are doing. I blame the parents. I blame the parents. I blame the parents. I'm sorry. I blame the parents. That's how I feel. I blame the parents. Because at the end of the day, I feel like if these kids, and I'm not just saying I put all the blame on the parents, because I'm going to say this also. I've seen kids that were raised with mama and daddy in the house turn around and go shoot up fucking cities and states. You know, like, so I'm not going to say it's just all the parents, but the parents in Jacksonville that I've seen, the stuff that I see on a day-to-day basis with these kids and stuff like that, y'all got to think. In the apartment complex I stay in, it's a lot of children out here. A lot of black children out here. It's not that many white kids out here. It's a few, you know, it's a few white people that stay out here. But a lot of them, you know, some of them, maybe their kids are grown or whatever the case may be. What'd you say, Moni? But they know right from wrong and they choose to live like that. I'm gonna make a video on something like that. And Moni, you're right. They do choose to live like that. But at the end of the day, these kids, and I do get, they know better. They do know better. But if these young black men had their daddies And now I'm gonna say this: Queso had his daddy. His daddy went to prison. His daddy turned into a snitch. Daddy came home from prison. Daddy helped his son that was just involved in a murder get away from the murder. The daddy and both sons go to jail because the other son got killed. The daddy and both sons go to jail. Now the daddy snitching on the son. What type of fucking family tradition is that? I'm just trying to. I swear you took it out of my mouth. So some daddies don't need to. Right, Moni. Sometimes, and well, okay, well then I guess that kind of I have to like look at that as like, bam, well, you just kind of contradicted what you just said. And yeah, and right, that you took the words right out of my mouth, and that every man ain't daddy material. It takes a man to be a daddy. It takes a real man to be a father. Okay? It takes a man to be a daddy, but it takes a real man to be a father. A father and a daddy are two totally different things. Just like a mama and a mother are two totally different things. Any bitch can be a mama, but it takes a real woman to be a mother. It takes a real woman to be a mother. Period. People can say what they want to say about Bam, but at the end of the day, and people can say what they want to say about my mother, my mama, my OG, my Ma Dukes. I don't give a fuck what she did. At the end of the day, she was a fucking mother first. I don't care what my mama did. She was a mother first. She was a mother first. I don't give a fuck what she had going on. Her bills was paid. I was well taken care of. My mama even adopted 2 other girls that weren't even her daughters. My 2 aunties, my mama took my 2 cousins, okay? And she raised all 3 of us. We all never wanted for nothing. We always had a roof over our heads. My mama went to work every day. And everything. She was a mother first. Before any of that other shit she did, even when she was fucked up, she was still a mother first. I'm not gonna say, I mean, I was raised without my biological father. My mama was married, and in the beginning, everything was good. He treated me and the other girls good, and then he started beating on my mama. When he started beating on my mama, my pops, that y'all know, pops, went and paid for my mama to get a divorce because he was tired of seeing my mama come to work every day with black eyes and busted lips and shit. So he paid for my mama to get a divorce, and she left her husband, and she got with my daddy. I was like maybe about 12 years old then, 12, 13, something like that. So he had been with my mama, and I'm 38 now. So he had been with my mama up until the day she passed away. So yeah, that's who I can. And it takes a real man to be able to take that on. He took me in as his daughter. So at the end of the day, I knew and I was involved in the street life because that was the choice that I made for myself. And I can see how some of these boys, oh, thank you, Mr. Net. I can see where these boys, you know, you can give your child everything, but these days, social media, lives, electronics, the game, all the games, Fortnite, fucking Call of Duty. You're walking around, you're shooting and killing people. The music that these rappers, that these young men that are going to court, that are committing murders, it all is all involved in the same shit. And y'all know what that same shit is? The motherfucking industry. The industry. They get involved with this music shit to cover up the fucked up shit that they're really out here doing, but then turn around and nobody taught them no better. So they put it in their music, and look at them now. Now they're using your music against you, bruh. You're talking about murders that were really committed in your fucking raps. You're giving details in your raps that nobody else would know about except for the people that committed the murders. Do you see what I'm saying? Anybody? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Anybody? Do y'all get that? Or am I just like talking out my ass? I'm just saying. Because I think that was a very good point I just made just then. Just like that, the man, me and MC. So, anyways, like I was saying, because I see people keep trying to distract me. And I'ma just well, we only got a few minutes left, so let's go.
Okay. All right, let's go to the second motion in limine. And it looks like you're objecting to introduction of specific statement in the police report. Is that right, Mr. Eckhart?
Just the statement from Officer Peppers. I think it's throughout the police reports, and just to try to minimize any for prejudice at trial. He's familiar with Mr. Williams. He knows who Mr. Williams is. I don't know that he's ever arrested Williams, but there's case law that shows that when the jury sees that, they come to the conclusion he's guilty because the cops know who he is.
Sure. Let me hear from the state.
So, Your Honor, this is kind of dependent upon what the court does as it relates to the bifurcation issue. But I would like to point out that Officer Peppers actually mistaken this defendant for Deshaun Williams. He doesn't know that it's Noah Williams, but that is neither here nor there.
That sounds kind of important.
Well, he's got a mask on. And Officer Peppers is not a gang detective. He knows these people just loosely. But this motion, I think, has to be decided once Your Honor decides whether or not this additional evidence comes in as it relates to the gang enhancement.
I'm not sure that's true because Peppers, we get evidence. If it's the gang information, that's fine. But Officer Peppers doesn't have to go that extra step and say, I know who he is from the neighborhood.
Sure, I'm not gonna ask him that.
Well, no, I'm trying to mess with motion limits just to protect that from happening.
Right. So
My father passed early in life. My mom had 5 children, and
I guess I
in
want to make
hospital
sure
base,
that the state
flat on her
understands
back. She
what I'm
remarried, and
saying
that's
about the motion
the
to
only
bifurcate. The
God I
motion
knew
to
until he passed
bifurcate
later. Right, M. Brown.
doesn't solve all the gang evidence
Yes, Your Honor.
one way or the other, no matter how I rule on it, whether I grant it, whether I deny it. It doesn't. That I see those as different issues. Well, let me be more clear. If I deny it, then obviously not all the gang evidence, but the evidence that's deemed relevant as it's introduced at trial would come in. If I grant the motion to bifurcate, that doesn't mean that the state can't say the word gang. But we'll just have to deal with it as we do. Let's see. If I understand the motion, I'm trying to get at Mr. Eckert, your motion is directed at a statement in the police report. Is that right?
Right. In this police report, one of the things that Poppers represents this police report is that
Those
upon
young
coming
men made
to
money.
the scene,
They could
sees
have
my
made
client
better
with his
and
shirt pulled up.
Right, right on,
Missing
missing that.
You know, the ultimate fact of the case, ultimate issue. I knew that he had a gun in his pants, or something to that effect, as opposed to it looked like there was an object.
All right, I want to make. We're on the second motion in limine.
I guess it's the third one. The second one was the one we just talked about.
The second motion in limine, the statement is, it should be noted that Subject Williams was personally known to all officers at the scene as a gang member who is also a convicted felon.
Yeah, that was the second one we just talked. That was the one that talked about as far as Officer Peppers knowing him during his police work.
Right.
Who Williams was.
If it helps the court, I do not intend to ask Officer Peppers.
Are you intending to introduce the police report into evidence?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm going to grant the defendant's motion in limine as it pertains to the statement in the police report. Officer Peppers, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's go to the third motion in limine.
And that's the one I just spoke about earlier, that there's a statement from Officer Peppers that it appeared to him that when he engaged, I guess, my client at the driver's seat, that he saw my client's shirt pulled up and his pants were in disarray. Peppers comes to the conclusion, from my training experience, he pulled a gun, a firearm out of his pants, which is the ultimate issue in the fact. The jury heard that, they're going to, police officer says that he pulled a gun out of his pants, even though he didn't see it, as opposed to saying, looks like he may have pulled an object out of his pants. I mean, that's what this motion is about. I just want to try to mitigate that so it doesn't get in front of the jury, because when the spell's wrong, the bell's wrong.
All right, let me hear from the state.
Your Honor, the motion actually calls this general behavior of certain kinds of offenders. I think it's important to talk about what Officer Peppers actually testified to, was that as a firearm carrier, as well as in his police experience, he has carried his gun in his waistband, and that is what made him think that there was a gun pulled from his waistband. That's not a criminal behavior in itself to have a gun in your waistband. What he visually saw and what he actually communicates to another officer on body camera is that it appears that his shirt is pulled up as though he had pulled a firearm from his waistband. It is just an observation he made as a person that carries a firearm. He is not saying, oh, this is what convicted felons do, or this is what criminals do. This is what people who carry their firearm in the front of their waistband do.
I'm going to deny the motion in limine, subject to the state laying an adequate foundation at trial. Mr. Eckert, you can make foundation-based objections at trial. Certainly, you can make plenty of arguments as to weight as well. All right. Just fourth motion, limiting. All right, so if I understand the objection correctly, Mr. Eckhart, this is an objection to any evidence regarding rap videos. Is that right?
Right. And just so you understand, I didn't know which videos the prosecution was going to play till whenever, I guess it was a week or so ago. So this motion was filed before that. But the motion, you've been here a long time and you have the cases in front of you, but you'll see that, several courts have just found that the violent nature, the profanity, that it's highly prejudicial to, the defendant when they're played, when they're not redacted. That's the basis. And of course, there's a First Amendment issue, and also the fact that, as we said before in an earlier hearing, he's an artist, like it or not, makes money doing this. He's got a following throughout the world, and sometimes, a lot of times, what he says isn't necessarily true. So there's that part of it too. So that's the danger, is that people are going to see this and see him dancing around with play guns and making these statements and feel that that's reality. So that's where we're at with that.
All right. I don't think I can rule on it at this time, is the problem.
I agree.
So I'm just deny it, subject.
So, like the judge said, he don't think he can rule it this time because they don't have enough evidence against him. They only found 12% of his DNA. Y'all, my babies is getting sleepy. They only found 12% of his DNA on the gun. The gun belongs to his girlfriend. She is registered and licensed to carry. He could have always, they could have been getting out the car to go in the house, and he could have just grabbed the gun out the glove box and handed it to her. 80% of, they said there was 3 different DNAs, or there was 2 unknown, his, and I think another unknown or something like that. But why are I now me, if I was, sissy, let me tell you, I can tell y'all how to get out of jury duty, because they sent me a thing in the mail not too long ago for jury duty, and I called their ass and was like, look, I'm a convicted felon and I can't do jury duty. And baby, they took me right off the motherfucking list, and I ain't have to do that shit. Sure know what to say, Bam. I told their ass, I'm a convicted felon. I can't be telling nobody if they're guilty or not guilty. I'm not the judge, and I'm not trying to be on the jury. Because sometimes you just got to know stuff. He was arrested for, possession of a, not possession of a firearm. Hold on. He was arrested for gun tampering with ankle monitor, and ankle monitor charges, in the states introducing gang connection. That's the sound of men working on the chain gang. So, and they didn't even address the ankle monitor thing. They didn't address the tampering with the ankle monitor. they were basically trying to put him in affiliations with or connect him to being in a gang, which, oh, excuse me, he was back in, didn't they say 2016, y'all? And then they had to re-enter him as being associated with that gang again, and like I think 2021 or something like that. So now they're just, because all these boys are doing these songs. Like, listen, I'm gonna play the song one more time, cause the court is basically over. They're just telling when he goes back to court and stuff like that. So I'll be doing his next court appearance whenever he does go back to court. But this, y'all listen to what he says in this song. And this is one of the songs that they play in the courtroom. No, he didn't get bail. It was revoked.
Okay, back up on my demons. I need status, I need beaming, bitch. Rocking all this ice, I'll be forgetting all my names, bitch. I can't say exactly what I see, but no, I see it. I will lead the whole world blind, and if I have to beef with all y'all, the whole world died. I've been down so fucking long, feel like I'm sleeping underground. Taught y'all how to take the mag and flip the clip at one time.
Oh, they ain't fucking with you, Bam.
Yeah, I know it cool.
That's fine. Before the news said that, I told y'all Ryan K was dead before his body had got found. I bet them bitches hear me now. But on the real, bitch, you fake. Nah, I'm great. That boy got hit all in his face. It was a fucking closed case. But now they ain't got shit to say. Shoot a movie with this case. There you go, M. Brown. There you go, M. Brown. He said it's love, shorty. I swear this shit be slow, it's a drought. We take their souls, then we out. Back up on my demon shit. Rocking all this ice, I be forgetting I'm anemic, bitch. But know how to clean the shit. Say I'm a demon shit. You know the reason, bitch. Season, bitch. Next to my, I want that whole lovely dead. I put that on my Christmas list. But bitch, I'm still legit. I got some more to say. Fuck it, I'm going anyway. I want these DJ Holiday. Oh yeah, I said it at the beginning and the end. It's just a song though. It's just a song. It's just a song. So don't nobody take it serious. It's just a song. But this is one of the songs that they actually using against him. Now, I'm gonna say this about the boy Queso, okay? The boy Queso, and I'm gonna say allegedly, even though I don't feel like it's allegedly, I feel like it's the fucking truth, and I feel like he did do it, point period blank. I don't give a fuck what nobody says or how nobody feels. I do believe that he killed that 16-year-old boy. That's just how I feel. No, it's just a song. It's just a song. It's just a song, that's all. It's just a song. It's just a song, y'all. Don't trip. It's just a song. It's just a song. Don't trip. Yeah, it's just a song. I don't mean that. It's just a song. Trust me, it's just a song. I don't mean that at all. I don't mean that at all, so please don't nobody take it that way. It's just a song. So... And let me say this, because I just seen where somebody keeps atting me, bruh. Let me say this. I'm finna address this, and I don't care who gets mad. I don't care who's like, oh, no, don't do it, don't do it. This is what she want, blah, 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 blah. Listen, bitch, stop atting me. If you don't like me, stop watching me. I don't have to prove a goddamn thing to you or nobody else about a pregnancy or nothing else. I don't have to prove shit to you, bitch. Who are you? You are nobody to me. Bitch, you just scam me, bitch. You are a scammer. You're a scammer, lovely. Stop atting me. If you don't like me and you don't watch me, leave me the fuck alone. Didn't you say you wanted me to stop speaking on you? Well, bitch, I did. And now here you go every single day. Every single day. You're going live talking about Bam, and Bam ain't even worried about your bum ass. But you're steadily over there talking about me, fucking with me, and worried about what I got going on in my life. I don't have to prove a goddamn thing to you or any motherfucking body else. So you can eat a dick and go jump off a bridge or something, bitch. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't have to prove a goddamn thing to you. Bitch, you don't mean shit to me. You ain't shit. Period. You're classless. You're trashy as fuck. You act like materialistic things. That's the only thing you can say that you got going for yourself is materialistic shit. Bitch, where's your job at? Hey, Miss LJ, where's your job at, bitch? Because it seems to me you're on YouTube worried the fuck about Bam when Bam ain't worried about your bum ass. Nah, I'm tired of that bitch. And then everybody want to run back over here like shit sweet. And I'm not talking about you, Carla. I'm just saying people want to run back over here like shit sweet. But ain't nobody over there telling that hoe, leave that girl alone. That girl ain't worried about you. Stop fucking with her. Ain't nobody telling her that. But everybody wants to go over there and engage in the bullshit that bitch is over there doing. Ho, eat a dick. Don't you got a husband or something you should be attending to? Man, fuck her. Bitch, leave me alone. But at the end of the day, though, if people can love mess and this, and that, just leave Bam the fuck out of it. Bitch, all these people out here that don't like you and I'm the one you're fucking with. Girl, find somebody to play with. And bitch, why you ain't addressing the fact that I told you to get the video where you said that you was coming to Texas to fight me because I talked about your grandson. Bitch, that's a lie. That is a lie. You was coming to Texas because I was going to meet up with Boss Lady and you wanted to be Super Saver Boss Lady. It ain't have shit to do with your grandson. Stop lying. Right. Never in my life have I known another woman to be so concerned about another woman. Is that what women doing these days? No, that's what bothered motherfuckers do. That's how you know when a bothered bitch is really bothered. Because she's so bothered, she can't do a live stream and talk about shit like what I just did. Regardless, if I had 2 people in here or if I had 1,000 people in here, I still rolled my shit all the way to the end without having to sit here and do all this and do a whole fucking 2-hour live talking about her. Okay, Carla, you're saying that trolls told her. No, she said that I, myself, said something about her grandson, which is a motherfucking lie. I'm not the one who talked about her grandson. The person that talked about her grandson is the lady that came out here and said, Bam didn't say it. I did. Show that video where she said that she was coming to Texas to fight me because I talked about her grandson. She never said that. But if that's what you want to run with, if that's what you want to say to make people feel like, oh, I'm some big bad bitch or whatever, while you're looking like a big bad bear over there. Last live you said you were pregnant. Now they say, last live they said you were pregnant. Now they say prove it. Make it make sense. Thank you, your subscriber. Right, Carla, that's what I'm saying. She's saying that I said this and I said that. Now, when I went back and looked, all these bitches saying is, oh, all these troll accounts, that's Bam, that's Bam, that's Bam. Like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Go eat a dick, hoe. Find somebody to play with, bitch. Like, leave me the fuck alone. That's all I'm saying. And I got every right to defend myself and stick up for myself. Okay? Period. Leave me the fuck alone. To the people that saying Bams don't go backwards, don't go backwards. Why y'all ain't telling this hoe to leave me the fuck alone? Tell this hoe go mind some business. Except for mine. Now you over here and you want me to come over there and you said, show my belly and you gonna hit my cash out. Bitch, that's what I did. Now run me my money, hoe. Why you telling Miss Indy to run you your money? No, bitch, run me my money, you scamming ass bitch. You been scamming, bitch. Talking about Bam scamming something. Yeah, Carla, we did. And no, 4-5, I'm not like aiming that at you. I'm not aiming that at nobody. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. Like, people is like, Bam this and Bam don't do this and Bam don't do that. But people be over there all in the chat laughing and joking and kiki and asking questions and shit. But don't ask her the questions that really make sense. People so worried about what Bam got going on that they can't even focus on their regular fucking lives. And now look, all these people are back over here in my chat because she ended her live. But why wasn't none of you motherfuckers over there telling that bitch she dead ass wrong for what the fuck she doing? I'll wait. I'll wait. Why? Because she's lovely to great? Ain't shit great about that bitch. That bitch is miserable, untrustworthy, messy as hell, childish as hell. Man, miss me with that. Listen. I'm telling you, they wouldn't be shit without me. You supposed to be the biggest female YouTuber. Well, I asked when you show proof doing good. Then what's the next thing to happen? And she said she'd feel bad and would hit your cash out. Guess what? I don't want that hoe to do a fucking thing for me. Don't feel bad for me, bitch. Don't do nothing. Leave me the fuck alone. Mind your own fucking business. If you don't like me so much, why are you so concerned with what's going on in my life? You don't like me, remember? Why are you watching me? Bitch, you are stalking me. You fucking sat here and watched my live today just to take pictures of me. That should tell y'all a lot about the bitches y'all support. But hey, I don't care who supports who. It is what it is. But I'm finna go. Yeah, I'm not talking about you, 4-5. I'm finna go because I'm about to go, y'all, because I'm tired. And I do have things I have to do. Unlike some people, I don't have to sit around and watch people and shit. People I don't like, I'm not subscribed to you. Because it is you that have to do it for yourself, especially when nobody seems to care or see. We have our own eyes, ears, and mouth. Individuals. Respect. Check yourself. It's well worth it. Call me so we can. Okay, Carla. Don't know you at Carla. Are you a friend to Miss Bounce?